Generation X, if you're part of Gen X like me, you were born between 1965 and 1979. Gen X makes up 53 million people in the United States workforce. Now making up 56 million people in the workforce, we've got Gen Y, also known as Millennials, born between 1980 and 1999. Today's video is a 9-round fight between Gen X and Gen Y to determine which generation is more stylish. Round 1, fashion trends. Starting this off, let's talk about the fashion trends of Generation X. We've got grunge. How can you forget grunge? But we also saw the rise of hip hop. We saw the rise in the 1980s of preppy, of punk. Guys, when it came to Generation X, it was all about the logo and about the strong, large, oversized shoulders. We saw the rise of casual loose clothing and the adoption of casual Fridays, where people were allowed to dress down on Friday and wear pretty much whatever they want. Now let's talk about the fashion trends of millennials. First up, the resurgence in classic menswear. Not since the 1920s and 30s have we seen men wearing suits because they want to. And let's talk about streetwear. We've been able to see what are people wearing on the street and within days be able to get that information out so other people can imitate and copy. And let's talk about the rise of athleisure, basically athletic clothing that's made with better cuts, high quality fabrics, great looking styles, and all of a sudden guys are starting to wear this even to work, and I have to admit, I like the look. Winner? I got to give this one to millennials. Round 2, clothing fit. Generation X is defined by loose fitted clothing. Pretty much you'll see loose, you'll see baggy fit across this generation. When it comes to jeans, you're going to see the boot cut. You're going to see the loose cut. And when it comes to suits, you look in the 1980s late, you go into the 1990s. We saw very loose fitted suits. Now the millennials seem to take the exact opposite approach and went for a much closer fit. We see slim cut jeans. We see skinny jeans. We see suits that are so tight on the man's body, it looks like he's going to bust out of them. So who's the winner here? Guys, I got to give this one to the millennials because even though there are some extreme cuts here, overall, these guys know what they're doing. They know the name of their tailor. They're getting their clothing cut to fit their body. Now, speaking of clothing fit, if your shirt looks like this, it doesn't matter if you're a millennial, if you're Gen X, if you're iGen, if you're a boomer. Guys, get this fixed immediately. If you've got that muffin top, billowy shirt look and you're tucking in your shirt multiple times a day, guys, there's an easy fix for it. All right, Jen, so let me introduce you to the Shirt Stay, aka the Shirt Garter. This right here is going to solve the problem of your shirt coming untucked, that whole muffin top look. It's going to eliminate it. Now, the shirt garters you're going to see in today's video, brought to you by KK&J, the sponsor of today's video. And let me talk about why I love this company. First off, the design. They're absolutely beautiful. They have this actually patent pending design right here with this leather part that does a great job of creating this really nice Y look. I have bought cheaper ones and I can tell you they fall apart after just a few uses. These right here, guys, are holding strong after over a year of use. And let's talk about innovation. Maybe you don't want to attach the shirt stays to your socks or you're not wearing socks. Well, guess what? They've got a design that actually goes around your calf and all of a sudden holds your shirts in. And let's talk about price. KK&J makes an affordable product. If you had to get all your shirts adjusted, you had to get them all replaced because they don't fit right. Guys, think about how expensive that would be. KK&J allows you to take your shirts as they are and makes them look better instantly. And how about a great discount code? Don't worry, guys, I've got you covered. Down in the description of today's video, I've got the best discount code you're ever going to find out there. Use it or lose it, guys. Use the link down there. Go check out KK&J. They've also got some packages. It's a great company. I love to support. I've been to New York. I've met the founders. I own and I use their products. Great company. Proud to support them. Round 3, manners. Generation X grew up in a time period in which information was pushed down in a much more uniform way. You only had so many channels, so many news streams, so many different ways that you could get information. The school I went to in the 1980s and 90s, you called the female teachers ma'am, you called the male teachers and the coaches sir. And when it comes to dining, Generation X ate more at home and because of this actually had manners enforced in the family more. Now let's look at Generation Y. What we see here is information is much more fluid. We're getting it from a wide variety of sources and the idea of manners and etiquette. All of a sudden, this has really changed because we live in a global world. Now I find this really interesting that Generation Y has access to more information on manners and etiquette, but has actually practiced it a lot less. Now part of this is that millennials grew up eating out a lot more, and when they did eat with their family, it was often in smaller groups. Now, adding to this and what we've seen in schools and across society is that things are now less hierarchical. In a sense, we've got more of a partnership between teachers and students. The result for millennials is that manners and etiquette have become much more fluid. All right, so who wins this round? It was a tough one, but I've got to give it to Generation X. Round 4, shoe game. So let's talk about Generation X. You love your clunky, heavy, well-built shoes. Now, Doc Martens were all the rage, and it's something in general, men in this area, we really like the heavy, overweight, the large-sized shoe. Now, if you really know your shoe construction, your Generation X, you went with a Goodyear Welt. Why? Because you know this is solid shoe construction. Yes, it's a heavier, clunkier shoe, but it's also one that is going to be able to stand up to the elements and is a classic in menswear. So the millennials, when it comes to their shoe game, they needed shoes that matched up with their closer fitted clothing. So we saw the rise of Italian style shoes. We see a sleeker silhouette. We see a Blake stitch. We see a construction that is made to have a silhouette that's going to work with close fitted clothing. And when it comes to sneakers, the millennials have been styling and wearing a wide variety of casual and dress sneakers that go with pretty much anything, especially that athleisure type style. Now, when it comes to sneakers, we do have to thank Generation X and the rise of Jordans, but what we've seen the millennials do is take it to a whole nother level. The winner here, gents, I got to give this one to millennials. Round 5, brands. So Generation X, very loyal to their brands. They love a logo. It's all about status. We're going to see Levi's, Guess, Nike, Hanes, Gillette, and Polo Ralph Lauren. Millennials, much less brand specific. In fact, they've shunned really large logos. What you see millennials focusing on is actually the quality of the build. They want to be part of the story. They want something unique. They want something that's made for them. They want a brand that's honest. They want a brand that's transparent. They want to form a connection with the brand. Now, the best part to come out of this, in my opinion, is that millennials have become very educated when it comes down to the construction and build of their clothing. That being said, millennials do have a weakness for anything made by Apple. The winner here, got to give it to millennials. Round 6, hair. So if I had to summarize Generation X when it comes to their hair, it was we were in maintenance mode. We didn't want it to be super bad, but we weren't going to spend a lot of time or efforts. And so we saw styles such as the mullet rise. We saw longer sideburns, longer hair, less concern for grooming in detail. Now with the millennials, what we've seen here is an explosion in how much time and resource men are spending now on their hair. When it comes down to hair products, we've seen sales skyrocket and we've seen a wide variety of brands pop up. And when it comes to hairstyles, we've seen a number of the classic hairstyles resurface with a bit of a modern twist. So we've seen the undercut become very popular. The quiff has made a comeback. And we've seen the millennials even bring in ideas from the women's side, aka the man bun, and give it a shot. Do I like it? Not really my cup of tea. So who wins this one? Easily the millennials. Round 7, facial hair. So for Generation X, being clean shaven is the de facto rule. If you're going to have a bit of stubble, that became a bit more accepted in the late 1990s, had a bad boy type of look, and you did see the goatee start to rise up. But in general, most men, Generation X, prefer clean shaven look. With millennials, we've seen facial hair go all over the place. So check out this chart right here. I've got 18 different beard types, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. You've also seen stubble become much more accepted and popular, something that guys realize it makes you more attractive. And even when it comes to being clean shaven, with the millennials, we've seen the rise of the safety razor, the straight razor, and a wide variety of other different razor types. The winner of this round, millennials. Next round, fragrance. Now, when it comes to fragrance in Generation X, what we see are a lot of fragrances that have a lot of aggression in them, a lot of power, are very sexy. So we're going to see Obsession by Calvin Klein, but we're also going to see some very important fragrances develop in this time period. Ralph Lauren Polo, Davidoff Cool Water, Armani's Acqua di Gio. So with millennials, let's start off with Axe body spray. And I know a lot of frag heads, they're going to say, oh, that's horrible. But here's the thing, is that men at a young age in this group started to care how they smell. They wanted to smell great. And we're going to find across this generation that they love fragrances. Another interesting fact about millennials, they love niche fragrances. And we've seen this industry over the last decade grow by double-digit figures every single year because millennials are buying these fragrances. And millennials, they absolutely love their floral, fruity, and unisex fragrances. So who won this one, guys? It was close. I got to give it, though, to millennials. Next up in the fight, gentlemen, which generation has better style role models? For Generation X, we've got George Clooney, Idris Elba, Brad Pitt, and Johnny Depp. That's pretty good, right? Let's look over at the millennials. Now, starting things off, we've got typical Hollywood. Ryan Gosling, a great example. A lot of guys look to him. But what's interesting is I'm going to throw in Jose Zuniga from YouTube. We've got Travis White from Instagram. What's amazing here is millennials have style role models who they authentically connect with, and in many cases can reach out to and actually get a response, and in some cases, even advice. The winner here, millennials. All right, gents, so if you weren't keeping score, I'm just going to lay it out for you. The millennials just crushed Generation X. Now, gents, what'd you think? Agree, disagree? I know a lot of you guys are going to have a beef with me on this one. Let me know down in the comments. I want to hear from you. Now, guys, if you enjoy these comparison videos and you want more, go check out this video right here, Italian versus English style. I had a lot of fun with this video, got some great information, and I break out which style is better. And guys, don't forget, if you want to instantly improve your style by getting rid of that muffin top, stop having to tuck in your shirt throughout the day, go check out KK&J's shirt garters, AKA shirt stays. These right here are going to transform the way that you dress. Gentlemen, it's a great product, great company. I'm linking to them down in the description with the best discount code you're going to find out there. Use it or lose it, guys. It's not going to be around forever. That's it, gentlemen. Take care. I will see you in the next video.